Let's learn about gradient descent. So the goal of gradient descent is to minimize a cost function. So let's start with visual representation of gradient descent. Let's say this is your cost function and you're trying to optimize for, let's say, some coefficient beta. So clearly, this is your minimum for your cost function. And the idea of gradient descent is, at some point, you take the tangent or the slope evaluated at a point, and if the slope is steep, you keep on moving in that direction. So maybe that's your first step, and then your second step, it gets even steeper, so you keep on going in that direction. Compare that to, say, you were at this point, and then you decide to go in this direction, in which case this is getting less steep, and so gradient descent algorithm says, hey, you're getting less steep, let's go the other direction. Visual is a bit hard, so let's actually write out some more verbiage. So let's start with the idea. So first would be to calculate the slope, or the gradient. And then if the slope is getting more steep, continue in that direction with a larger step. However, if the slope is less steep, then move in the other direction. Other direction. And then you want to repeat this until you find the minimum. Find the minimum, which case is the slope is 0. So that's the basic idea. If we want to do, say, more algorithmic description, so algorithm is pick a random point, then calculate the negative gradient. You'll see why negative in a second. And then in terms of your next position, your next position will be equal to the previous position minus some learning rate times the negative gradient, or the slope. And notice we have a negative here, which is why we use the negative gradient there. And then you repeat this algorithm until you find the minimum. And yeah, that is a brief overview of gradient descent.